Very lovely to meet you. What a fantastic collection.
Thank you.
Just talk me through the inspiration behind it.
Well, it kind of veered off to the surreal of the season. It started from kind of looking into interiors and different rooms, and it started from Guy Bourdain photography and thinking into the rooms and how the women were positioned, and then it kind of moved into looking at past issues of Architectural Digest and World of Interiors, and kind of taking elements from different rooms and interiors and creating my own kind of fantasy world. And I think it was the first season that we worked that into the garments. So, you know, a pelmet became kind of a portrait to the frame, to the female figure, and then the window frame as well, and the kind of mimics of curtains kind of went into more fluid shapes, and then the lampshades, which was kind of a cross between a mini cranny and a Victorian lampshade. So there was a lot of surreal references from interiors taking into the garments, and I think it was kind of broken up to a very soft look and a very kind of structured look, and obviously a lot of colour and jewellery, and yeah.
And obviously still very strong on your digital prints. Is this something that you're...
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think that's my background, so it's always about colour, it's always about print, usually quite thematic, mapping out a female figure but using a print that's a little bit unusual. But I think there's something voyeuristic about it, because you're looking into a body and you're looking into the female figure, and hopefully it is really flattering for a woman, which I think is the most important. It's quite glamorous still and very desirable. So yeah, we went for high glamour and really desirable and pretty.
And as you said, a lot of the shapes are very structured, yet you kept the colours very pretty, very light. Do you think that's going to be an important look for spring, summer?
Well, I think, you know, for me it was more about the balance, that because we had those structured look, it had to feel very easy in terms of the colours, so it kind of doesn't jar and it feels very wearable. So I think for me it wasn't about a colour palette that will be the trend, it was more about what suited those interiors and what kind of setting you'd like to be wearing. You wouldn't be wanting to wear kind of a dingy bar. You want like a beautiful kind of window into a garden. So I think it was because of that, because it had to feel soft, and yeah.
And obviously very beautiful, elegant clothes, and a fantastic venue as well. What do you make of it?
Amazing venue. I mean, I saw it when Blondstein were taking us around and seeing it first time around, and it looked amazing. But how it's set up now with the light, with the kind of sunlight coming through, it's just amazing, and it has quite a surreal feeling as well that you wouldn't get anywhere else, and it's very London too, so I think Topshop have done an absolutely fantastic job with that.
And speaking of Topshop, you had your capsule collection for Topshop.
Yes, I had my first capsule collection last season, and now I'm just about to launch the second range, which is a little bit more of a variety of items, so it's not necessarily t-shirt dresses like it was before. It's kind of going into a concept store, what they do with designers, which is really exciting, because you can see your prints into a scarf or a post-it or anything you can imagine. So yeah, I'm not sure when the launch will be, but really soon.
And are you a big fan of the high street? You're happy to be involved?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I think as a designer, to have so early on an understanding of the high street and kind of reaching a wider audience is fantastic. I mean, you get people to know your product and who you are, so it increases awareness, but also it changes the way you think about design, because, you know, for a catwalk it has to be very showy and very conceptual. Well, not conceptual, but it has to have that. Whereas it's really amazing to kind of walk through Oxford Street and see a girl wearing your clothes who's 15 who might not be able to afford something that's a lot more expensive. So it's a great feeling to be able to have that alongside my main collection.